course. Here is an explanation for each correction, designed to help you understand the grammar and word choices. Articles, the. We use the before the specific name of a place, so it should be the Marwell Wildlife Park, not a. However, when you need one of something non-specific, you use a, as in they need a wildlife park to live. Verb tenses. You said it's open in 1972. Because 1972 is a specific time in the past, you should use the simple past tense. It opened. Similarly, when talking about the park 20 years ago, you need the past tense. The park was smaller, not are smaller. Pronouns. A park is an object, so we use the pronoun it, not he. Word choice and quantity. To refer to the majority of a group, the correct phrase is most of the animals, or more generally, most species. The word actually means in fact. To contrast the past with the present, it's more natural to use the word now. Animals become extinct, but their habitats, natural places, are destroyed. Extincted isn't the right word for a place. The verb reintroduce is more precise because it means putting animals back into a place where they used to live. Subject-verb agreement. The subject, their natural place, is singular, so the verb must be singular. Place is, not place are. The subject 1,200 animals is plural, so the verb doesn't need an S. Animals live, not lives. Sentence structure. In the phrase, this park, it became a charity, the subject, this park, is repeated with it. You only need the subject once. This park became a charity. In the wildlife park, has a breed was unclear. A clearer structure is, the wildlife park has a breeding and conservation program. To conservation the species should use the verb form conserve after to conserve the species. Their actions are introduce animals is not grammatically correct. A better way to say this is, their goal is to reintroduce animals. Common phrases. A more natural and common way to end a presentation is to say, that's all, instead of this is all. I hope this helps clarify the reasons for the changes. Let me know when you're ready to continue. Corrected version. This video talks about the Marwell Wildlife Park. It's a zoo. It opened in 1972, and they became the most popular park in the UK. And there are more animals, but most of the animals in this park are in danger of extinction, and for this reason, this park became a charity, and so they are dedicated to conserving most species of animals in the world, like giraffes, monkeys, rhinos, or green tree pythons. Well, these animals are in danger because their natural place is being destroyed by humans or climate change, so they need a wildlife park to live. This park, 20 years ago, was smaller, but now they have 150 acres and 235 different species of animals, and in total, 1,200 animals live in the park. The wildlife park has a breeding and conservation program to conserve the species and try to reintroduce them to their natural place to live in the wild. They are introducing some animals in Tunisia, and well, their goal is to reintroduce animals into the wild, and that's all. Five of 9. Colloquial version. This video is about the Marwell Wildlife Park. It's a zoo. It opened back in 1972 and went on to become the most popular park in the UK. And there are more animals, but what's special is that most of the animals there are endangered. So because of this, the park became a charity. And so their main focus is on conserving species from all over the world, like giraffes, monkeys, rhinos, or green tree pythons. Well, these animals are in danger because their natural habitats are being destroyed by humans or climate change, so they need a place like a wildlife park to survive. The park used to be smaller 20 years ago, but now it covers 150 acres and has 235 different species of animals. In total, there are 1,200 animals living in the park. They have a special breeding and conservation program that tries to reintroduce these species back into the wild. They are introducing some animals in Tunisia, and well, their main goal is getting animals back into the wild. And that's about it. 7 of 9, CEFR version. This video focuses on the Marwell Wildlife Park. It's a zoo. Established back in 1972, it has since become the most popular park of its kind in the UK, and there are more animals. But what's particularly notable is that a majority of the animals it houses are endangered. Consequently, the park was eventually registered as a charity, and so its primary focus is the conservation of species from all over the world, like giraffes, monkeys, rhinos, or green tree pythons. Well, these animals are in danger because their natural habitats are under threat from destruction caused by both human activity and climate change, meaning they require sanctuaries like wildlife parks in order to survive. Although the park was considerably smaller 20 years ago, it now spans 150 acres and is home to 235 different species of animals. In total, there are 1,200 animals living in the park. The park runs a dedicated breeding and conservation program which aims to reintroduce these species back into the wild. They are introducing some animals in Tunisia, and, well, its ultimate objective is the reintroduction of animals into their native environments. And that concludes the summary. Nine of 9, plus 1.0 CEFR version. This presentation offers an overview of the Marwell Wildlife Park. Founded in 1972, it has risen to prominence as the UK's foremost zoological park. Its distinguishing feature is a profound commitment to housing a majority of endangered species. This core mission subsequently led to its official registration as a charitable organization. Its efforts are primarily channeled into the global conservation of species such as giraffes, monkeys, rhinos, and green tree pythons. These animals face existential threats as their natural habitats are increasingly jeopardized by anthropogenic pressures and climatic shifts, a predicament that necessitates the existence of sanctuaries like this wildlife park for their very survival. Having expanded significantly from its footprint 2 decades ago, the park now extends over 150 acres, providing a habitat for 235 different species, which amounts to a total population of 1,200 animals. Integral to its operation is a dedicated breeding and conservation program, meticulously designed to facilitate the reintroduction of these species into their natural ecosystems. For instance, pioneering reintroduction efforts are currently underway in Tunisia, exemplifying the park's overarching ambition, the successful repatriation of animals to their native environments. In essence, that encapsulates the park's key functions and purpose. Of course. Overarching means the most important or all-embracing idea or concept. Think of it like a large arch that covers everything else underneath it. So in the phrase, its overarching ambition, it refers to the park's single, most important, all-encompassing goal that influences all of its smaller actions. While they might have smaller goals like education or research, their main central purpose, the one that covers everything, is getting animals back into the wild. Simpler synonyms would be main, primary, or overall.
So I think you can see that the feedback is very comprehensive and that the learner can always ask questions like, can you explain these errors and what does this word mean? You can also get it to emphasize some of the phrases by saying, oh, I particularly like currently underway in Tunisia, and it will make some comments about that.
Excellent! I'm glad you found those phrases particularly useful. It's a great sign when specific examples stand out to you, as it means you're noticing the nuances of more advanced language. Let's briefly break down why they are so effective, which might help you use them yourself. 1. It has risen to prominence as the UK's foremost zoological park. This is a powerful alternative to it became famous. To rise to prominence creates a sense of achievement and growing importance over time. Foremost is a very sophisticated word for leading or most important. 2. Their natural habitats are increasingly jeopardized by anthropogenic pressures. This sounds very academic and precise. Jeopardized is a strong verb for put in danger. The real star here is anthropogenic pressures, which is a concise, high-level term for problems and negative impacts caused by humans. 3. For their very survival. Adding the word very here adds huge emphasis. It elevates the phrase from simply they need it to survive to something much more dramatic and critical, suggesting that without this, survival is impossible. 4. A dedicated breeding and conservation program. Dedicated is a superb adjective here. Instead of just saying it's a special program, dedicated implies it was created for one specific, important purpose. It suggests focus and commitment. 5. Pioneering reintroduction efforts are currently underway. This is a very dynamic phrase. Pioneering means new and groundbreaking, suggesting they are the first or among the first to do this. Efforts are underway is a formal and active way to say the work has started. It's brilliant that you're picking out these kinds of expressions. It's the key to moving your English to a much higher level.